Come on, man, just try it already. Come on. Dude, I'm not shooting with... Hurry up, do it before Mom and Dad gets home. Do it. I'm not shooting you with my bow, dude. Shoot. Come on, man. Why not? Just stop asking. It's unsafe. Alright guys, welcome back to Dragonfire Outdoors. I'm your host, Adam Slavens, and today we're going to be testing out an old theory that wooden shields would block arrows. So, I got a couple different materials here. I got a couple pine boards here, an oak board, and a concrete block. See if that would block an arrow. So, guys, stay tuned and watch this and see how good we do. My bow's a little bit older bow. It shoots about roughly 40 pounds. So we'll see how good that does, and stay tuned. Continue watching Dragonfire Outdoors. Alright guys, we're going to start out small. We're going to start off with one, looks like a 1/4 inch piece of pine plywood. I'm going to start off small, use that first, and work our way up and use thicker, different objects here, you know. So I'm going to start off with the pine, see how good that does. So, it's that part right there on the right hand side, that big block of foam I normally shoot my bow at. But I got old aluminum arrows here. You know, this one doesn't even have a brand name on it. Oh, Bear. This is a Bear arrow. It's really old. I don't use them very often, so this is why I'm going to use them for this. Same with this bow here. It's an old bow. Doesn't even have a peep sight anymore. It has just a little pin on the end of it, so I'm hopefully gonna hit it for you guys and see how good that does. So hopefully we can get to go through. I don't know really. I'm not really a big fan of aluminum style arrows. Let's go take a look. Alright, I'm gonna take you guys off here. Alright, let's take a look at this. I know, didn't really seem like much. Just kind of went in barely. It's going to be hell getting this out. But if you could see this, take a look at that. That would have almost killed somebody. I think it hit my foam there. But, let's see if I can get this thing out. So that penetrated that far in there. If you were going to make armor or something out of wood, you need something more than that. But that went that deep in there, that would have killed somebody. So it would have stopped it. It just wouldn't have done very good at using that type of wood as armor, okay? So it went that deep. Let's try this again. And I'm going to put another piece of plywood up and see how much more that blocks. Okay, guys? I'll set you guys back up here. I'm not very good at that camera thing yet. And looking at it, my arrow is actually pretty good still. It really didn't do much damage to it. I'm going to use that arrow again for this next test. I'll do da-da-da. I was pretty lucky that time. I hit the board. So I used my other arrows with sights and stuff on it. But hopefully you guys can see that while I'm doing it. Oh man. You guys see that? So check out that damage there. Didn't do anything. I mean, literally bounced right off just 2 pieces of plywood. So it's kind of sprinkling out here. I don't know if got any on the camera yet or not. But it's kind of sprinkling. You're gonna have to take a look at this. This look. All right, so put you guys down here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a hole still in the board. Didn't come out the other side really any. It just kind of bent the wood. So I'm thinking this front piece of plywood is a lot better than that back piece. So I'm gonna shoot it again, just to test. See what happens. I don't know if this thing's focusing or not, but You see that hole? So I'm going to shoot it again. See if it'll go through, but still no damage to my arrow. No damage. Alright, we'll try that again. See what else I got here. How about a carbon arrow? See if they always talk about carbon arrows shooting faster. This is a 400 grain. I really like carbon arrows. They're really light, easy to use. But I've not used one on this bow. You guys see that? Oh, right in it. Right in it. I'll bring the board up here for you. But it still went in. Just a little bit. Let me peel this away. It's not... I think this piece of plywood is a little bit better than the other piece. Oh man, that went in. That went in, guys. Guys, just take a look at that. Look at that. That is the exit there on that side. And that there is the entry. Let's see if I can pull this out. Still no damage to the arrow. It shot right through this board. So I'm going to put up that other board, see if that's what's doing it. If that's what's actually stopping it, or it's just the two boards pressed together are so dense it's just stopping the force of this arrow. So I'm going to put up that other piece of plywood that we had. Put up that other piece of plywood. Hopefully you guys could see it's still there on the right. And we'll see if that was what was doing it, if that piece of plywood, the better quality piece of plywood than that one there. So let's try it, see what happens. I think that's what it is. I think is the distance between these two. When they're sitting right next to each other, this has grain of wood going one way, grain of wood going another way. And when you put another piece of plywood behind it, it is doing the same thing again. Crisscrossing those grains of wood back and forth. So I feel like two pieces of plywood stops it. That was a good test. Alright, it's time to move up to our piece of oak. Alright, see if I can hit this. I'm going to start off with my aluminum arrow once again. See how good that does. Like I said, I'm shooting only about 40 to 50 pound draw weight with this arrow, with this bow. Woo! You guys see that? It literally bounced straight off back at me, so it stopped it. It stopped it in its tracks. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this carbon arrow, because I know that one stopped it. Let's see how fast this carbon arrow is, see how far it'll go through. Woo! Same thing, it stopped it twice. Two different arrows, stopped it twice. Alright, here you go. It's another fletching aluminum arrow. Let's see if it'll stop this one. I mean, it bounced right off, so it's kind of scary. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this close. Oh man, that ricocheted. You guys see that? It just shot off towards the side there. So let's go check out this piece of board. I'll grab my arrows and show you guys really how much damage they've done to the arrows. This is the reason why they use wood, oak shields over pine shields. Alright, you see there, let me get out here in front of you guys. There, you see that big old hole there? And that one there, that's where the other one deflected. I could only find two of my arrows. Alright, you see that concrete block? It's just in that same area, right next to that foam piece there, as my two trials of wood. So, it's in that same area, so we're going to try that out again. Hopefully I can hit it. Woo! That ricocheted. I mean, it ricocheted good. I think I bent my arrow. Alright guys, if you want a shield, look at that. I mean, it just has a big old dent there, but compared to the other thing, you see, I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but that bent that arrow, so that arrow is no longer usable. It'll fly off its trajectory every single time now. So it bent that arrow. Man. And it also flew back. I'm only 10 yards away from this target, right? Let's hope that doesn't come straight back at me. Woo! Oh my God. So guys, I heard something hit over here after the arrow ricocheted back towards me. Alright. I'll take you guys down there this time. I like walking with you guys. It's kind of part of the experiment here. But let's pick up our arrow first. Here's our arrow. And it just pulled that insert out. I don't know if you can see it, but that was glued in there. It literally pulled that insert out with so much backwards force. And you wouldn't believe it. But the end that got destroyed, I mean totally destroyed, wasn't the front part of the arrow, it was the back part. You see that? That whole nock just shattered out of that. So what I feel like, when this arrow hit that concrete block, what it done, I hit the same exact spot I hit with the other arrow. Wow. I didn't even expect that. But what I think, when that arrow flies and hits that concrete block, all the energy that was going forward automatically comes backward through that arrow and shoots it back out. And that's why the nock flew out. So let's take a look at this. You see that right there? It's where I hit the first time, and that right there is where I hit the second time. I got a good pattern going on. But it's still the same depth. The concrete stopped it. So that's a good thing. Now, I got one more surprise for you guys. Take that, concrete. Something I really thought I wasn't going to do today. But I noticed it's actually working. Will it dent a metal shield? So we're going to test that same theory with a actual metal round shield. I missed. First miss of the day. We're going to try our carbon arrow. Woo! It didn't ricochet at all. It just hit it, stopped it dead. So, you guys didn't see it, but I already put it back in place. But that nock was out, almost all the way out of this arrow whenever I went up there to it. Plus, my arrow tip's loose, but it didn't do any damage to this arrow compared to the other carbon arrow. So, let's try the aluminum arrow, see how good that does. Lay in there. Alright. Stopped it dead. So I'm going to bring that metal shield up to you guys. Take a look at it. Alright, so that arrow is a little bent like last time, but what I want to show you guys here, can you guys see that dent right there? That's where one of the arrows hit. Here's where the other arrow hit. There's another dent right there. And there's a slight depression on this side where those arrows hit. Don't know how much more force would need to get through that. I think a 22 would go through this. But thank you guys for watching. We kind of debunked the myth. Metal will stop arrows. Wood will stop arrows. Oak wood would stop them better than pine, because pine takes 2 layers, a ½ inch of it, to stop an arrow. So thank you guys for watching, and come back and see us on Dragonfire Outdoors.